So Max Verstappen has signed a new 4-year deal with Red Bull up until the end of the 2023 F1 season. Now, I'm not really going to go into any statements or anything like that like we normally do because I'm pretty sure you would have seen them by now. I'm just really going to give you my initial thoughts when I first heard the news and then my opinion now, what I'm thinking now. Is this a good thing going forward for both Max Verstappen and for Red Bull Racing? So when I first heard the news, I was surprised. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who was. I was adamant, very, very adamant that Max was going to Mercedes for 2021. I had my doubts here and there, but I was cemented on the fact that, right, he is going to go and replace possibly Lewis Hamilton. Of course, that isn't the case anymore, so that's just blowing my predictions out of the water because now I'm just like, I don't know anymore what's going on. And yeah, like I said, I was so sure that he would be leaving Red Bull because they had that uncertainty of with Honda, for example, like they had a really really good 2019 season, the first season with Honda, and of course Honda are only here till 2021 as time of recording. They signed a 1-year extension last season for the 2021 season. So that was that uncertainty of who's going to be powering Red Bull in the future because Red Bull will be one of those teams looking at those 2021 regulations, hoping to, push on and excel from that moment and get back to winning ways, back to the days of when they were dominating with Sebastian Vettel. And that's what they want to do with Max Verstappen, of course. Verstappen, he's comfortable at the team. He's been there since 2016. One of the reasons Ricciardo had left Red Bull was because they are prioritising Max Verstappen over probably Daniel Ricciardo, and they were building the team around Max. I mean, of course he would. He's the future. He's quick. He's young. And by the end of by the end of his new deal, sorry, he's going to be a 26-year-old, which is still very young. That's still that's still unbelievably young, and it's quite surprising to even say that. So Max is stable at the team. He is more or less in control of the team. You could say probably has to say on everything that goes on, a bit like what Seb did when he was at Red Bull. And of course, yeah. So as I was saying before, sorry, before I'm going on a tangent here. There was that uncertainty of Red Bull. What's going to happen with the other seat at Red Bull? Albon, of course, is there for next season for 2020. Sorry, but is it going to be there in the future? That type of thing. Of course, the Honda deal. What's happening with that? So I thought Max going to Mercedes. There's more of more of a stability there. Replacing Lewis Hamilton. Of course he's quick. He's had connections with Mercedes in the past. Toto Wolff has kind of played down those chances, but I'm pretty sure if Mercedes had the chance, they would snap up a driver like Max Verstappen to replace, of course, Lewis Hamilton the day when he retires, which is probably not going to be anytime soon because of this deal. So yeah, my initial reaction was very, very surprised. Now when I'm looking at it, it makes sense. It really, really does make sense. Now I haven't watched any other people's opinions on this because I wanted to keep it like as raw as possible and keep and not like let other people influence my opinion on this. So I wanted to keep it as true as possible, if you could say. And it does make perfect sense. Max, like I said before, he is in this. Of course, he's very, very comfortable at Red Bull. He knows the team well, of course he does. But it also takes Max out of the transfer rumours that's going to be happening throughout the course of 2020. Charles Leclerc signed a new, an extension. I think it was a 5-year deal. He signed just about 2 or 3 days before Christmas, which pretty much took him out of the kind of. And I think Leclerc wasn't really going to be involved, but you know how 2020. Sorry, you know how F1 news works. No driver's safe. Like Hamilton could sign a 10-year deal, and he'll still be rumored. Is he going here? Is he going there? So no driver's safe. It doesn't matter what kind of a deal you have, but that pretty much does take away Charles. It now takes away Max from that, and it also proves that what Red Bull have on the table for the future, Max wants to be a part of it. He trusts the plan going forward, which now it's exciting me how good or what does the future hold for Red Bull now, because surely Max would have had talks with Mercedes. I don't think he would have had talks with Ferrari. I couldn't see him go to Ferrari, even though there was heavy links of him going there. I was one of those ones. I was like, I can't see my Ferrari. It's either Mercedes or Red Bull. And like I said before, I had my heart. He was going on Mercedes. How wrong was that? Never mind. So like, and yeah, and of course, a driver like Max, he wants to become world champion, soon. Of course he does. So therefore, he believes that Red Bull can provide him a world championship winning car in the future. Red Bull also want to make it their goal for him to become their youngest ever world champion in Formula One as a whole. And of course, they want the team to be able to do that. 2020 is the only year that can happen. Once it comes to 2021, I think Seb will still be the only. Sorry, Seb will be still the youngest driver to have won a world championship. So of course Red Bull still want to try and win the championship. I still think that maybe it won't happen in 2020, but certainly the future's looking promising. Whether it is with Honda or not, maybe Max has had a say in this. I'm not really too sure. I don't really want to go into that. This is just like a quick kind of reaction type of thing. But yeah, but I think it does. Like I say, it does make sense if Red Bull do want to push on for a push in 2020. Then therefore having this distraction, you could say, taken away just makes life a lot easier for Max. So he's not having the same questions. He's not being distracted with links to Mercedes or Ferrari or anywhere else, and of course he's going to get his head down, knuckle on. He's had a brilliant 2019 season, his best season overall. Well, it has to be really third place. He's done a solid job. Next season is going to be key. In my opinion, now I don't know if Red Bull have the car or the what is it, the goal, or I'm not too sure what I'm trying to think of here, but the push on to win in 2020. I think 2021 is a really good opportunity for Red Bull and Max to win a championship. I think for me, Mercedes has pretty much wrapped this 7 in a row type of thing. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong anyway. I hope someone else does take that baton from Mercedes. But no, like Max can now focus on the car. Red Bull can focus with Max, also with Albon in 2020. Hopefully get that other seat sorted. Maybe give Albon a multi-year deal if he does impress. If he doesn't impress, I don't know who they'll go with. I did say Vettel. I really doubt that now. I really, really do doubt it. Maybe Lau's theory was true that Vettel will go into Alpha. Maybe. Just maybe. But yeah, so like I said, overall, good decision from Red Bull. Keeping Max Verstappen. A driver like Max, yeah, really, really quick driver. He is going to be world champion. Of course he's going to be. Takes Max away from the driver market, get his head down, and hopefully try and win more races and hopefully a championship in 2020. But of course, let us know your opinions in the comment section below as always. Give it a like as well. And if you haven't already, go and follow us on Twitter at F1_Day16. And yes, and just keep up to date with our videos that's coming up as well. Our first video of the year, so happy New Year to everybody. I know it's 7 days now into the new year, but happy New Year to everyone. Our first video of the year. Hopefully you'll stick around for us in 2020. Can't wait for the season to get going. And I did post some updates about our channel for the 2020 season over on our Twitter. Links will be in the description below to our Twitter. So if you haven't followed us already, please go and do so. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.